Yo, what is up? It's your boy Space here. Welcome back to the video. And today I'm going to be explaining how the Fortnite rank system works, as in the percentages you get for certain things and how to rank up. Now, this list will only go from gold up to champion, just for the reason that in Unreal you don't really need the percentages, and if you're in bronze or silver, then you're just trash. Like, disrespect or with respect, you're just trash. But so let's not waste any more time and let's get straight to the video. So starting off with the first one, which is gold. Now gold, it's easy or not easy for some of you guys to get in, or to get out of, and to rank up to plat. But to start off, you start off with -6%, meaning if you just back out or you die instantly, then you lose 6%. But if you get a kill or elimination within the 100 to the 25 alive, you get 4% each kill. Once you advance to the 25th to the first place alive zone, whatever you call it, you get 7%, so that's even better. And if you get top 30, you get only 5% from that. If you get top 15, that actually goes up to 8. And getting a victory royale gives you a massive 23% boost. Now, if you guys aren't really much of a fragger and don't really get a lot of elims, then getting the loot island will give you 6% in gold. The combat cache will give you 3%, and as well the forecast tower will also give you 3% as well. So ranking up from gold shouldn't really be that hard. It should just be a piece of cake. Alright, now moving on to the second one, which is a pretty more difficult part or rank, and it is platinum. So again, platinum, this time you start off with -5%, which surprisingly is lower than gold, but you start off with -5%, meaning that if you back out, obviously you go down by 5%. So now getting an elim in the first 100 to 25 alive, you only get 3% for that each elim. Now going on to the 25th to the first alive, you actually goes up massively, and it goes up double, and it goes up to 6% for each elim. The top 30 will give you 4%, the top 15 will give you 7%, and a victory royale will again give you a massive 20% boost. Now moving on to the loot island cache and tower. The loot island gives you 5%, which is just like 1% lower than gold. The cache and the tower, well, the cache actually gives you the same, so it's 3, but the tower surprisingly gives you 1% higher, so you actually get 4% if you capture the tower. So if you guys aren't really much of a fragger, like I said, you guys can be doing these things and still get a pretty decent percentage rate, or whatever you call it. So again, platinum shouldn't really be that hard. Could be difficult in some stages or in some circumstances, but in the end, getting out of plat should be pretty easy for most of you guys. Now moving on to a very popular rank that most people are in, and as myself, I am in just because I don't really play rank that much, but it is diamond. Now, to start off, you start off with -8%, meaning if you back out or anything, again, you will lose 8%. Each elim from the 100 to the 25 alive only brings you up by 3%, meaning that you have to get at least 3 kills in the beginning to at least gain 1% from diamond. Getting an elim from the 25th alive to the last person gives you 4%. Getting one in the top 30 only gives you 2%. Top 15, 5%. Victory royale doesn't really give you that much anymore, but it's still a pretty decent percentage, and it is 16%. Again, you guys can capture the loot island for 5%, the combat cache for 3%, and the forecast tower that went down by 1%. So instead of 4% like platinum, you will only be getting 3% from the forecast tower. So diamond is actually, it is pretty hard to get out of, but with just enough grinding, you guys should be able to get out of diamond. Not quickly, but with some time and patience, yes, you guys will. Now moving on to elite. Now elite is one of the big dog stages. because now there's no Elite 1, Elite 2, or Elite 3. It's just Elite. So after Elite, there's Champion, and then there's Unreal. But starting off with Elite, you start off with -7%, which really isn't that bad compared to Diamond. Each elim will only give you 2% from the 100 to the 25 alive, so that's actually like really low percentage. However, it doubles on the 25 to the first alive. You get 4% for each elim. The top 25 only gives you 1%. The top 10 only gives you 2%, and the Victory Royale only gives you a 10%. So unless you're insane fragger, then yeah, Elite is pretty hard to get out of. But now, like I said, if you guys aren't really a fragger, don't really push a lot, then the Loot Island will still give you 4%. The Combat Cache, however, only gives you 2%, as well with the Forecast Tower only gives you 2%. So Elite, yes, it's pretty hard. So I mean, just try your best, low-key. Just keep grinding. You'll probably get out of it. Go to Champion. But that's when we move into Champion. Alright, the last one and not least, it is Champion. So Champion is the one before Unreal. So if you're in Champion, you're pretty close to Unreal. Hope you get there. This time you start off with only -6%, which isn't that bad. So starting off with -6% is pretty good. However, the percentages on this are really low. Getting an elim in the on the 100 to the 25th place, you only get 1%. However, getting on the 25th to the 1st, you get 2%. Moving on to the top 30 as well, you get 1%. The top 15, you only get 2%. And getting a Victory Royale will only give you a whopping 8%. So it is pretty hard to rank up from this. However, though, like I said, if you don't really push that much, you could get placement points. You could get placement percentage, like I said, or there's the Loot Island that gives you only 2%. The Combat Cache only gives you 1%, and the Forecast Tower only gives you 1% as well. And that is it, guys. If you guys found this video helpful, make sure to drop a sub as well as a like. Let's go for 5 likes this video. Also comment down below if there's any other videos I should make like this. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to drop a sub, check out the Twitch, and I'll see you guys in the next video.